So that was that, really. I was totally bummed out. We thought we were doing something that no one else had done. And then, round about the time that West End Girls was released and wasn't a hit, there was a little high-energy boom. And at that point, we thought we'd missed the boat. And also, I was thinking I was old. In 1984, I was 30. And that just seems like ludicrous to start trying to want to be a pop star when you're 30. I mean, it's a bit pathetic, really. Anyway, we carried on writing songs. We had this slightly sleazy, sexy thing we were trying to do, and sort of slightly sad and tragic as well. Back then, I wanted to imply things and suggest things rather than do anything openly gay. He is the head of a school of thoughts that plays in your intentions night and day. And you wait till later. Later tonight, you wait till later tonight. We always liked the fact that it kind of was and wasn't gay at the same time, so it was sort of a teasing thing. But also, to have stated things explicitly would no longer have been exciting and intriguing. We wanted them to be intriguing and exciting, these songs. Not stating the obvious, really. I wish I could come across you in the club or in the queue and find you changed your mind for an everlasting time. Oh, an everlasting time. We became disillusioned with Bobby. We felt we were a bit messed around by him a bit. And we suddenly felt the whole momentum was slipping away. That's why we decided not to carry on with them.
I was, of course, upset about it. I was upset about it corporately, and I was upset about it personally. But people have to do what they have to do. You can't legislate a person's behavior. You can't legislate a person's feelings. I have a habit of being very paternal about things. I'm a very paternal person. But I guess I sensed afterward that people may not need you as much as you think they do.
I remember it becoming a bit frustrating. I didn't feel that we were actually going anywhere. And that's probably when we decided we needed a manager.
And we asked Tom Watkins, who we met because his design company, XL, actually designed the cover of West End Girls when it first came out.
Neil thought Tom would be great because what you need is a big fat manager. Someone that would go into record companies and wind people up and hype the whole thing.
Tom got us a deal with EMI in London, which involved getting out of the deal with Bobby O in New York, which actually took quite a lot of time.
I had my own vision, which ultimately they obviously did not follow, and their success is evident that they might have been right. But my vision was a little bit broader, a little bit bigger. My vision was to liberate the world, or to liberate the disco community, the war for disco truth. You know, that's what I was looking to do. And that was my main thrust. And EMI's main thrust, of course, was to make money.
We went out shopping with a stylist, and I was thinking, all I want's a gold chain. And the stylist, all he wanted to do was get us wearing ripped jeans and sort of going to Oxfam shops. Well, I didn't want that. I wanted to go to the expensive shops. I just thought, wow, this is fantastic. We're going out shopping. I got a gold chain, which you can actually see on the cover of the single for Opportunities.
It was never going to be a problem what Chris was going to look like, because Chris was going to look like Chris. Chris always knew what he liked. I didn't really know what I wanted to be like, really.
Press photo argument, August 1996.
See, I don't like this at all. Oh my God, this is so classic. That's Murray's phone number. Oh, hi Murray, it's Neil. This press pack thing that's been sent over, there's a black and white picture. It's really awful. Well, can you go now and stop them using this black and white picture? It is. They're using one that's not approved. I can't believe it's actually really awful of both of us.
It better not have gone out. And
Yes.
it's always the worst pictures of you
Yes.
that get used the most.
Well, can you go and check and call me back? And can you cancel its use totally now, please? This always happens. I mean, it's the most awful picture, though. It's like on Very, the picture that ends up being used everywhere for the press was this awful picture taken on the day of the Go West shoot, where I'm holding that arrow thing. We had all those beautiful pictures done. And the most common press one used was one of me standing, on looking bored on the shoot, on this stupid thing. Hello? Yes? I wish we had a different way of approving things.
We haven't approved that shot ever. But Neil, that's not even been approved once.
It has, actually.
Who by, Ian? I've
been
not approved it.
It's been approved. At some point, it's got a tick on it.
How?
And we approved
But you
them.
look like Dale Winson. I'm
I
sure
look,
you wouldn't
I
have
look
approved
worse
that.
than you. I look terrible there. I look about 90.
Pets win prizes.
The first major photo shoot we did, I wore this big parka and this white shirt. And suddenly that started to define our look. But I was more the kind of posh one, and Chris was the urchin.
The idea was always to make them look like stills from a film rather than typical pop photos. Jumping up in the air and with your hands out and a smile or laugh on your face, which was what most people did.
We wanted to have this air of mystery that we thought our music had. And we wanted them to look like they were part of something larger.
Press Photo Argument Part 2, August 1996.
So Q are going to use this because they did an exclusive picture, and the reason is it's never been used before.
Q are going to use that?
Yeah.
No, they're not. No, it's not being used.
No, it's okay. It will never be seen again. By that Q have got it. It's a pretty hopeless picture, I must say.
Well, we don't look exactly at the cutting edge, do we?
Yeah, no, it's just one of those things. We approved about 7 or 9 pictures at the beginning of February.
I don't recall approving them.
Well, I recall us at my house approving them.
Well, I probably wasn't paying any attention.
Well, there you are. Well, it's tough bananas. Okay. What a nightmare. Speak to you later. Bye-bye. It's just, I don't know, sometimes the whole thing just seems to fly out of control in a weird way. And there's so many people involved, and if you don't sort of sit there doing it all yourself, it just doesn't happen right. I don't know. Anyway, we've caught that. That's only gone out to Q. And also Q want an exclusive picture. So because Q want an exclusive picture, they get the worst picture, because they get the one that hasn't been used because it's the worst picture. So the best magazine with the biggest circulation gets the worst picture. And of course it has a complete logic as to how they end up with the worst picture, because they want an exclusive. The only picture that hasn't been used, an exclusive picture, is the worst picture. So the biggest magazine has the worst picture. Anyway, it's only a photograph, for damn sake. So I left Smash Hits, and I phoned up my mother and I said, we've got a recording contract with EMI. And she said, but you're not going to leave your job, are you? And I said, well, actually, I did last week. And she was absolutely horrified. And that was started a great period. Chris was staying at my flat then. And he said, could you come and sleep on my floor while he found somewhere else to live? I said, yeah, all right. And so, of course, he was there for a year, was the fact of the matter.
Neil probably said you can come down and stay for the weekend, and I probably never left or something like that.
And he did the same thing 10 years later. Came and stayed at my house in London until he found somewhere to live, and he was there for a year. And then we decided that Opportunities, There's Lots of Money, would be the first single. And we spent 3 weeks making this bloody record. Still can't believe it. You've got the brawn, I've got the brain. Let's make lots of money. You got the brawn, you got the brain. You want money. I think we also wanted to bring out the sadness of the song, which is why it had the line at the end about all the love we had and the love that we hide, who will bury us when we die. So that the person narrating the song, who I've always said, is a rather pathetic character who you don't believe will ever make any money. It makes it almost more of a song about loneliness than about making money, which is probably how I saw the song at that point. Then when we redid it for the album, for Please, we decided to leave the spoken bit at the end off because I thought it was too pretentious. All the love that we had and the love that we hide, who will bury us when we die?